Okay, ready when you are.
Great, thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the session Lights, Camera, Learning. My name is Jason High. I'm the academic videographer in the Division of Extended Learning. And part of my responsibilities are to create videos with faculty for their online courses that they can put in their course through Brightspace. In terms of videos, it's normally instructor bios, so a little bit about themselves as the faculty member and them personally, maybe where they grew up and their academic journey and how they ended up here at SUNY Oswego. And then the other video I normally do is a basic nuts and bolts course introduction with the faculty member for the students. So when the students register for the course, they get to know a little bit more about it and what they're kind of getting into before the semester starts, before the weeks start for them. So I'm here to give you some pointers and tips on how to make your self-made videos look the very best they can. Things we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about certain aspects of lighting, the camera that you're going to use, whether it's, a DSLR or your cell phone, the height of that camera in terms of where you're recording, certain audio settings and audio equipment that would be great to improve the quality of your video, some computer settings and adjustments, and then the clothes that you wear for your video, whether it's in the office or whether it's at home or whether it's in a conference room or whether it's in a hotel room if you're on the road. So first thing we're going to talk about is lighting. You want to avoid windows being behind you when you record your video. As you can see, I'm sitting next to my window here at home. I have nice natural light coming in direct because the sun is still in the east, which is always good. This gentleman does not have a key light on him, so he looks very dark, and the sun is blasting off the buildings behind him, which makes him look even darker. Um, you want to try to have a key light on you to kind of balance out the lighting in terms of brightness. Like this gentleman, he turned himself to the light. He's using that natural sunlight as a key light for himself. And as you can see, kind of like how I'm doing it today, he's using the natural light to his advantage. He's giving him a nice even skin tone. He looks a lot better. Lighting tip number three, try to not use your computer screen as your key light. The gentleman in the previous slide used the sun. This gentleman is trying to use his computer screen to use the key light in his face. The problem here is your computer screen is giving off a color temperature of 5,600 Kelvin. That's basically what it is outside, but it's conflicting with the room lights behind him, and those are at 3,200 Kelvin. So the fact that those color temperatures are not the same is giving off a blue hue to this gentleman's face. It's kind of making him look like Violet Beauregard from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You don't want to look like him, and you certainly don't want to look like her. One thing you can do to alleviate the problem and not use your computer screen as your key light is to get a ring light. They're becoming popular during the pandemic because we were all at home, we were all hunkered down, but people still wanted to create content. People still wanted to produce videos. There's a lot of different varieties in terms of price, in terms of features. Prices range from $20 to $150 depending on preference. Many options are on Amazon. Many options are on B&H. B&H is a camera equipment company in New York City. We work with them in extended learning. We work with them at the marketing team here on SUNY Oswego. You can order anything you want on their website. We have an account, marketing has an account. It'll be brought to our offices within 2 days, just as quick as Amazon. I actually prefer B&H a little more because they are an expert in the field. They show up at a lot of conferences that we're at, and I have a chance to talk to them and let them know that we're great customers and they do great service with us. So I appreciate B&H a lot. I trust them a little bit more than just a big box warehouse like Amazon. Ring lights are in very high demand. The global ring market reached 11.9 billion in 2025. I just had a chance to look that up the other day and wanted to update this slide for you. The market is projected to grow towards 48.1 billion by 2035, so about 9 years from now. The Asia Pacific region represents the fastest area growth due to smartphone penetrations. They're getting a lot of smartphones to the islands in the Asian Pacific region. And China remains the leading manufacturer, producing 70 to 80% of all ring lights by volume. So, like the previous person in the previous slide, they used their computer light. I would not recommend that. As you can see, this gentleman looks to be in a conference room or maybe in a hotel room. And they grabbed the room lights, unplugged them, brought them over to him at his laptop here, and is using the lamps from his hotel room as a key light. Very smart idea. As you can see, there's a nice soft glow on his face. He has one on the left. He has one on the right. So it's kind of giving him a balanced look to each side of his face with really no shadows. Um, Unlike the sunlight, try to use your room lights to your advantage. They're there for you as long as you put them back at the end of your stay in your hotel room. Won't be a problem. But your videos will look fantastic. Oops, sorry about that. I think I missed a slide. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. So the height of your camera is also important. You want to have it at an eye level right here. You do not want your laptop or your camera below you. As you can see, this person is well above the height of the camera looking down. You want to talk to your students as you're making videos on a eye-to-eye level. You want to be talking physically down to them. Just doesn't portray yourself in the very best of light. And from a viewer's perspective, as you can see, we're looking basically up this person's nostrils, and we don't want to do that. That's just very unappealing as well. And there will be some tips you can do to alleviate that problem. So this is the same picture as before, but we're going to use it to talk about something different. As you can see, person's using the room lights, using the lamps, but they adjusted the height of their camera on their laptop. They used the laptop case. They grabbed a towel from the bathroom, brought it out, adjusted that height so they're more on a eye-to-eye level. Is You can't see it here, but I have a pillow under mine as well to raise the height of my camera so I can talk to you eye to eye. Framing is also very important. When you think about it, when I shoot videos, I want the person's eye level to be about 75 to 70% up in the shot, which would be the middle picture here. As you can see, there's a little bit of headroom. That eye level is about 70% of the way up on the screen. It's a nice composed, balanced shot. The picture on the left, person's just too far away. Their eye level at the on the frame here is probably 55%. As you can see, there's way too much headroom in the shot on the left. You also don't want to go the other way and be too close. We try to not invade our personal space when we're speaking to our students or colleagues in the office. You can almost see like the pores in this woman's face because she is just way too close. So try to compose yourself and your shot in a medium kind of framing with just a hair, a bit of headroom, and your eye level at about 75%. In terms of audio, try to use a headset if possible. If you're not comfortable with the quality of your camera in your laptop or your home computer, I am in this instance. But I have a colleague of mine. She uses her headset quite often, and her audio comes across crisp and clear. Try to have that microphone right near your mouth, but not scraping up against your lips, maybe just a half inch away. That'll pick up your audio nice and crisp, nice and clear, and your recording will sound excellent. In terms of microphones that you could use in a home setting, you certainly can bring it on the road as well and pack it away and put it in a backpack and bring it with you on the road. This CAD audio USB microphone isolates the main audio. It's a pretty direct microphone. It'll minimize any background noise. Um, there's built-in features that minimize the popping of the P's, which is very common with cheaply made microphones. Great reviews. This one's on Amazon, 4 stars. Rates for podcasts, and it can record directly in your computer. The USB cable there. Very inexpensive, $30. Not too bad at all. In terms of background noise, I wanted to bring something else up. If you're in a hotel room, maybe in a urban area, New York City or wherever, even at a home setting, try to control the audio around you outside. Maybe not have those windows open with the honking of the horns, with the emergency sirens. I just closed my window because I noticed the dog was barking outside. You want to eliminate those outside factors, those audible features that might be distracting to your viewers or distracting to yourself as you're making your video content. I like this one a lot. This is the Samsung Go microphone. It's compatible, portable. It folds up into a nice little pouch. Can easily clip on to any laptop. So it kind of would enhance the audio of your recording as opposed to using the laptop microphone. You're going to speak directly into it because it would clip on right above your camera here. Great reviews, 4.3 stars. The audio quality is excellent. Um, Currently, this is a little bit more expensive, $67.99 on Amazon. This is a Snowball microphone. This is a great option as well. It has a USB cable, not shown, but I looked at the pictures. It has one. Easily compatible with any computer. We'll pick up audio mainly in front of the microphone. We usually have a few of these in our office that are directly right off um, the person's computer. They have a great tripod. Comes with its own tripod. Great reviews, 4.4 stars. Like I said, we use this in extended learning, and this one's currently on Amazon for $36. Pretty affordable. One thing we're going to talk about is wardrobe. Kind of be aware of what you're wearing when you come into campus to present to your students, but also when you're at home. You want to be professional. You don't want to roll out of bed and wear, you know, a nightgown or a robe like this woman did. She's just doing a great job using that natural light, but she kind of dressed down on the weekend. She's looking very unprofessional. You're representing yourself to your students, even if you're at home. So try to dress professionally. Don't wear stripes. That will not come out on camera very well. Sheer patterns, kind of distracting. Solid colors are the best. Red, blue, green, yellows look great, things of that nature. Like I said, solid choices are great. Tips to improve your wardrobe. White clothing. As you can see, this person is using A key light looks like a room light, but they're wearing white, which is fine because they're getting that light is reflecting off their shirt and filling in under their neck, maybe some shadows under here. White is also good to kind of fill in any shadows or parts of your face that just aren't really well lit. They could maybe turn their head a little more. As you can see, there's a shadow on his right side. Yeah, if you put another room light on that side, that would fill in that side. So just some choices, just some things to think about when you're making your videos at home. One thing I will mention, if you wear green and you're working in front of a green screen, I would not recommend green on green because it will key out the green and you will look like a ghost with a floating head. So if you're ever producing videos in front of a green screen, wear solid colors, just not green. If you're using scripts, if you wanted to get your message across, you didn't want to just do things off the cuff, you wanted to kind of maybe type something out, practice, practice, practice. Go over it again and again and again so you're comfortable. Maybe record on the third time you go through your script. If things didn't turn out, you're dissatisfied, do it again. Or pick it up from the fourth paragraph where you stumbled and go from there. We have a teleprompter that I work with faculty with in extended learning. If there's stumbles in the fourth paragraph or the fifth paragraph, we'll just take it from there and I'll use an effect and transition from there. So you don't have to necessarily go all the way to the top of your script, but it'll speed the process up. And there's some editing software that we're going to talk about here in a minute that can kind of make that little transition where you stopped and started again seamless. I'm going to pause for a quick coffee break here. You're editing your own video. Like I mentioned, there's a bunch of different options of editing software that you can use. iMovie, easy to use with Apple products with your Mac. Audacity is available for faculty and students in computer labs, multimedia rooms on campus. Audacity is for audio projects only. So if you were recording like a voice track for or an audio file for your students, it's available in certain areas around campus. Panopto, I use Panopto a lot, not to edit, but I ended up dropping my videos into Panopto. A lot of faculty use Panopto to record their own video through there, and there is some simple um, cuts and dissolves, and you can basically cut out the bad portion, slide the rest together, and make your videos a little more crisp, a little more polished. Adobe Premiere Pro, that's what I use on campus for the videos that I shoot with faculty. There's a lot of advanced editing features in there and a lot of different effects that can really enhance the quality of your video. If you're comfortable using Adobe Premiere Pro, if you're knowledgeable in that, I would recommend Adobe Premiere Pro. Going back to Panopto, try to avoid jump cuts if possible. So if you're looking at, like I said, I go back to the previous talk about our teleprompter. And if there's a portion you didn't like, you're going to cut those together. Well, there's going to be a jump cut there, it's called, where your face and your face, it's the same shot. So try to put something there so it's not as jarring to the viewer. For example, a dissolve, a wipe, some kind of transition that will make it smoother for your content and for the viewer. There's an additional tool that I work with faculty with here on campus, and it is called the Lightboard. It was assembled here on campus before the pandemic in March of 2019. It wasn't used for a little while due to, excuse me, due to the pandemic, but it's available for any faculty member to use, and it resides now in Hewitt Hall. It used to reside in Lanigan, but with the School of Communications moving over to Hewitt, that was moved over to Hewitt. It literally has wheels. I'm sure it was moved across very carefully because it's not a cheap tool that we use. But but it resides in Hewitt Hall now. I haven't used it since they moved into Hewitt yet, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more of the features of the Lightboard right now. So it just allows teaching and learning to become a little more visual and effective. If you have a topic in your course that students just aren't grasping, that they're not gravitating to, that they just don't understand, you can shoot me an email, let me know that we'd love to. I have a couple topics that I'd love to work with you with. We can come in, create more human online videos that are closer to face-to-face classroom experience. This makes that topic a little more visual for them and gives them kind of an understanding, maybe an aha moment, like, oh, I can actually see what you're talking about now. So, Dr. Sarabanzo in the School of Business has worked with me before, and she has produced videos with the Lightboard. And here's a small sample of her doing one of these lessons with the Lightboard.
And here, we always want to, when we do the forward pass, we're going to be filling out the top two quadrants here in each node. And we're going to use a max rule to help us fill out these top two quadrants. This is going to be the earliest time or the earliest start time of this activity. And this is going to be the earliest possible time we can finish this activity. So let's walk through this. This will make more sense once we actually walk through it. So here, activity A, this is going to start at time 0. So it starts at time 0, and then we know it's going to take about 4 months to complete this activity. So we just do 0 plus 4, and we put a 4 in here. The earliest time we can start activity A is at time 0. The earliest possible time we can finish it is going to be at 4 months. So now we know again that B and C cannot start until A is complete. So we're going to bring that 4 months right over here, because we know that B can't start until A is complete. So the earliest possible time we could start activity B is going to be 4 months. We add the duration for this activity, which is 3 months, and that's going to give us a 7 here, which is the earliest possible time we could finish activity B. And we're going to pull this 4 over here to activity C as well, plus 6. The earliest time we could finish activity C is going to be at 10 months.
So you can really see there it's a visual way of getting your message across to your students. It was a pleasure working with Sarah on this project. We shot maybe 7 or 8 different topical videos that she uses in her courses. Getting back to that previous slide with Sarah, one thing that when we produce those videos, all the content she's writing will look perfect to her, but will look backwards to me because I'm on the other side of the glass. So when I'm taking that back to my laptop in post-production, I will use an effect in Adobe Premiere Pro called horizontal flip, and it'll flip the image 180 degrees to make it look visually correct to you, the viewer. So it's just a little trick, another kind of enhancing effect. It's pretty cool in Adobe Premiere that I use for videos on the Lightboard. So like I said, I can help produce high quality professional videos for your online courses. Course introductions and instructor bios, like I mentioned, will highlight what the course is about and who you are. Questions can be asked to you that I usually share with you in advance on the day of the shoot, or can be shared. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Can be shared with you in advance to develop your script or your for the teleprompter. The questions I give you they flow pretty seamlessly. Your answers will flow pretty seamlessly. So when you send the script back to me, I'll delete those questions that I sent you, and your script will just kind of flow from question 1 to question, I believe there's 7 or 8. The teleprompter has become a very popular tool. It kind of gives the videos a little more polished feel. It eliminates the ums, the ahs, the run-on thoughts, the run-on sentences. That makes your videos a little more clear and concise. I just ask you please share your script with me a day in advance so I can delete those questions that I sent you, upload it to the tablet that will rest inside the teleprompter that's mounted to the front of my camera. Since arriving on campus in May of 2016, I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary in early May. I produced over 500 high-quality videos for our online courses and programs, some in extended learning, some throughout the campus. And like I said, a lot of course introductions and a lot of instructor bios that hopefully help the quality of our courses that we offer. I'm inching towards 600, so that's just my next goal. And I should reach that within the next year, I would say. Can be shot in a conference room, your office, or a quiet, well-lit space on campus. Try to find a quiet space so we don't have any ambient noise, people talking, distractions outside. If you live in the Syracuse area, I'd love to work with you at our Syracuse campus as well, which resides in Clinton Square, right on Salina Street, right downtown in the heart of Syracuse. It's only 3 miles from my house. That's very convenient as well. If you're interested in working with me, here's the QR code. I created a quick little Google Doc, Google form that you can just quickly fill out your name, your email, and what you'd like to shoot with me. So here's that. And I am going to stop sharing. And if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, and you guys have a wonderful day. And if there's any projects that anyone would like to do, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is right there. Have a great day. Thank you.